Going to study the structure of sucrose. Sucrose is also known as the cane sugar, or it is also the table sugar. That is the sugar that we usually use at home. Okay, so sucrose, we can say that it is made up of glucose and fructose. Sucrose is made up of glucose and fructose. Now in the case of sucrose, we can write the structure of, first you have got to write the structure of glucose, then the structure of fructose. The glucose is written on the left hand side. Okay, so we'll see the glucose, the skeletal structure of it can be drawn. That is, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon atoms, and the next one we have the fructose. And fructose, we know that fructose has got the C double bond O at the second carbon atom. So bond will be between these two. So we can write first one, second one, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay. So here the bond will be between the first carbon atom of the glucose and that of the second carbon atom of the fructose, and they are directly linked. Okay, we can say that there is a direct bond between the first carbon atom of glucose and the second carbon atom of the fructose. And here there is the bond, the first carbon atom of the glucose will be forming a bond with that of the fifth carbon atom of the glucose. And here the same way we can say that the first second carbon atom of the glucose will be forming the bond with that of the fifth carbon atom. Okay. Fructose, we have learned the structure of fructose in which the bond is between the second carbon atom and the sixth carbon atom. If the bond is between second and sixth, it will be having a pyranose ring structure. There are 6 carbon atoms, 6 atoms are there, out of which one will be the oxygen. But in this case, in the case of fructose, we can say that this oxygen is connected. These 2 carbons, that is the second carbon atom and the fifth carbon atom is attaching. So it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 membered ring. Okay, and the 5-membered ring in which there is an oxygen in between is known as a furanose structure. Okay, that is furan-like. So it is a furanose structure. So this is the skeleton form of which, and you can complete it like the last one will be CH-OH in both the cases, and the third carbon atom 1, 2, 3 will be the OH on the left. 1, 2, 3 will be OH on the left for both the glucose and the fructose. And here this check, that is, this was C double bond O. Okay, this was C double bond O. It can be written as COH and OH, and one OH of this, and this was C double bond O. This can be written as COH and OH. One OH of this and one OH of this is getting connected. A molecule of water is getting eliminated, and this carbon and this carbon is getting connected through the oxygen. And here one more OH was there, and this OH connected, and we can say this becomes hydrogen. And for the rest of the case, OH on the right hand side here. So 1, 2, 3 bond is satisfied. So you have one more hydrogen over here. And here it is hydrogen, and here it is a hydrogen, and here it is a hydrogen. This represents the glucose unit. In the case of fructose, we know that the topmost is also CH2OH. Here the valency carbon is full. Okay. And here it becomes a hydrogen. Here the OH is on the right hand side, and this is hydrogen, and this is hydrogen, and this represents the fructose unit, and this represents the glucose unit. Okay. The speciality of this is that the glucose does not have, the anomeric carbon atom of the glucose does not have a free OH on it, and the anomeric carbon of that of the fructose does not have a free OH on it, meaning both the units are non-reducing. Okay, since both are non-reducing, we can say that sucrose as such is a non-reducing sugar. Okay, so we have learned the structure of maltose and structure of lactose. Lactose is also known as a milk sugar. The sugar which is found in milk. Okay, so milk sugar. So lactose and maltose are found to be the reducing sugar, whereas sucrose is found to be the non-reducing sugar. Okay, now we'll draw the Haworth ring structure of that of this, and this is also known as the alpha D-glycosidic linkage. Okay, this is the alpha glycosidic linkage. Now we have got to draw the structure, the Haworth ring structure of this particular. So in this case, we are not going to, earlier when the unit written on the left was written on right and right was written on left. But in this case, you are not going to do anything like that. The unit which is represented on the left will be drawn on the left, and the unit which is represented on the right will be represented on the right. And we can say that this is a 6-membered ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 with oxygen included, and such rings are known as the pyranose ring structure. So we have the glucose, that is a pyranose ring structure. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 which has got a furanose rings. Okay, this is furan. So furanose ring structure. This is pyran, like so pyranose ring structure. Okay. So this is pyranose ring structure, and this one is a furanose ring structure. So in this we can draw the bonds up and down. Okay, here also you can draw the bonds up and down. Okay. Here it is an alpha glycosidic linkage, so we can draw like this. Okay, alpha glycosidic linkage. Here we know that hydrogen is on the first carbon atom, hydrogen is on the left, so means it is up. And on the third carbon atom, OH is on the left, so it is up. And the last, we can say that it is CH2, OH up. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And this is hydrogen. And here will be OH. And here will be OH. So this is H. H and this is H. So this represents the pyranose ring structure, or that of the glucopyranose. Okay, glucose ring structure. Now here the bond is between the first carbon atom of the glucose and the second carbon atom of the fructose. Here we have drawn in this way, meaning this is the first carbon atom of the glucose and this has to be the second carbon atom. Usually we number from this in this way. Okay, in this way we should, that is anti-clockwise. 1 dash, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Here only in the case of fructose we are going to draw in this way. That is it is going to be numbered from here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So 1 is CH2OH, so it has to be written up, and this is the second carbon atom, and second carbon atom has got a bond with that of the oxygen, that is represented over here. It has got the second bond with that of the the carbon with of the next molecule. So that is represented over here. Since it is an alpha glycosidic linkage, you have to draw in this way. Okay, that is, it is not cross, if it is coming cross, up and down means it becomes a beta, up and up or down and down means it becomes the alpha. That is the way this represents the alpha. Now we know that the left hand side, the third carbon atom, you can see this is here only there is a small difference in the structure. OH will be at the bottom and here the OH will be up, and the CH2 OH will be down. Here you can't follow the rule of L up and R down. Okay, because here actually it is this, we have drawn this structure for our convenience. Okay, actually this will be in the flipped manner. Okay, while you are drawing, it has to be in the flipped manner. So once it is in the flipped manner means the numbering should have been from there to here, but we represent in this way. So only in this case you've got to be careful when here the third carbon atom OH was on the left, but here it has to be written to the bottom, because this we have to say that it is flipping. It is actually just in the flipping stage. So we can say that only in this fructose part, what was on the left should be written on the right. Left should be written down. Okay, and only in this case you have got to consider this exception. And this is the glucopyranose structure. Glucopyranose, and this is known as the fructofuranose unit. Okay, fructofuranose unit and the glucopyranose unit, and this together is known as the sucrose.